Elliot, you were very loud.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
And I'm trudging out, and I see this drunk woman on the balcony looking down, going, "You sad loser, you wanna be?" And me being a cocky twit just went, I don't know, there's always Amber's mum. She goes, "I am."
Hello, you're joining me for another episode of Cut the Crap. This is where we take trending news topics and cut through the crap to find out what's really going on. Join me is a comedian extraordinaire. Give it up for the one, the only, Elliott Stein. There he is. Applause. There's the applause that you can't hear because I think I changed your feed. Never mind. How you doing, Elliott?
I'm doing great, Kev. This virtual stuff. I would have preferred if we were in a studio.
Yes,
I think you're being a bit cheap because in the studio, you know, you'd have a PA. I'd get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and a biscuit. I have to bring my own here because I'm from my home studio. But I'm doing great, Kev.
Yeah, well, this is perfect because, yeah, I don't have to serve you tea. I don't have to smell you. You're not here. Your odour isn't here. So I'm quite happy with it as well. And we avoid small talk as well. We avoid small talk. Which is always a good thing in my book, Elliot. Because I'm not a fan of small talk. I've realised this quite recently. I always play a game, actually, with anyone that I meet, especially at weddings. It's very fun to play at weddings, to up the ante. Because you know how it is at weddings, Elliot. You sit at a table, You're around people you don't really know, and it's like, oh, yeah, the weather. Okay, how do you know the couple? Okay, yeah, fair enough. And then it meanders into, like, or maybe... what TV programs did you like as a kid? But I want to cut through that, Elliot. I want to cut through all that crap. And I'm just tell me about your life. What's your passion? Tell me what you're up to. Tell me about your sexual habits. I want to get to some more interesting stuff quickly, Elliot, because I get bored too easily. And that's and that's me. But tell me one interesting thing that you've done this week. I want to find out a bit more about the most amazing thing you've done this week.
Okay, well, I've just completed another chapter of my latest book.
Yes. Which
I think is going to be better than my last one. I hope it sells better than my last one.
Did your last one not sell?
Oh, the last dire. It's called The Battery-Operated Magic Toupee. Could somebody buy it, please? Anyway, Kev.
So how many did you actually sell? How many?
I don't know yet, but not enough.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, it's a good plug, actually. Good direct plug. Are you ready to cut through some crap, Elliot?
I am ready to cut through some crap, Kev.
Well, how are you at solving big world problems?
Well, look at the world, Kev. They've used me a lot, and the shape of the world, that kind of says it all.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Gas, petrol, what else? The shelves are near empty in my local Aldi as well. I don't know what's going on there. I'm unable to get gnocchi that I like. I say shelves are empty. It's like the gnocchi shelf is empty. In fact, all the other shelves are pretty full, to be fair. And there's too much hummus. There's always way too much hummus. But it's a crazy world out there, Elliot. Have you had to fight for any petrol recently?
Well, not really, because I found the best solution for the petrol shortage is not owning a car.
Yeah, that's a very good
best solution. And ever since I decided not to own a car, I never have to deal with that.
Good solution. I think you'll be very good for this show. Right, Elliot, here's an effect that you can't hear. There we go. That's our intro. For anyone watching, I had to cut there's an audio thing I need to manage. It's boring. This is a call-in show, by the way. So if you do, by some way of a miracle, start watching this, do let us know. We could send you the access code, and we could bring you in on the conversation. That hasn't happened for a long while, actually, Elliot. I'll be honest with you. That only really happens with Tom Stade. So we will jump into our first story, which is Amazon's new Astro robot. It apparently is a privacy nightmare that will throw itself down the stairs. So it's like a suicidal lemming type robot. So here it is. It's an Alexa enabled device with a screen for a face that drives around the house and allegedly is just completely terrible, will throw itself down a flight of stairs, according to one developer who worked on the project. Now, it all includes all the traditional features of an Echo device. It plays TV shows, it displays information, it makes video calls, and it's designed to follow users and navigate around pets. Now, first...
Kev, can I just ask a question? I'm just curious. How much of this can I do on my normal Alexa? Can I try something?
You can.
Alexa, Throw yourself down a flight of stairs.
I don't know that one.
She can't do it.
he
So
doesn't
you need
know
the
that
robot.
one.
You
Okay,
need the
you actually
robot,
had Alexa
Kev.
there.
You need the
Okay.
robot.
Okay, yeah, you need a robot. But
Yeah.
first of all, before I get to the crap, Elliot, having a robot in your house, just as I explained it, it has cameras. Obviously, it's connected to Amazon. They listen to everything. Come on, if you masturbate near Alexa, they know the time that you're masturbating for, the length of time that you're masturbating for, and maybe what kind of what products you could need to clean up. So, are you comfortable, Elliot, with having that kind of robot that could, we really know your masturbation habits around the house?
Well, I don't know. How functional are the robot's hands? Being that you got onto this subject, will the robot actually aid it, or are they just kind of animal paws where they really can't do much of grabbing?
I think this one, it has an antenna, so if you like things going in you, that could be an option. If you kind of angle yourself at the right position and give him the right command. But here's what it got me thinking.
But Kev, if you sit on the antenna, then you'll screw up the reception, and while you're sitting on the antenna giving it an instruction, it won't stop it because it won't receive the instructions because the antenna is up your bum.
So, I think actually, because if you touch like a radio aerial, normally the reception improves because I think it uses you somehow as some kind of conductor. So I think actually you'll turn the robot into a superconductor if it actually went up your bum, because it will use you as part of the aerial.
Wow, this is a justification for men walking around with all day outside with a robot's antenna up their bum.
Yeah,
and justifying it for in a technical way.
A very technical way. Yeah. Make it much more powerful. And this got me thinking, Elliot. This got me thinking, if you could have a robot which would literally do everything for you, and I mean everything. So we're talking maybe like, I don't know, 100 years from now, you'll probably get this kind of tech, and it can fold your clothes, it can iron, it will do your I was gonna say laundry again. Of 3 laundry things. It would like book your meetings for you. It will, if like you want to have if your wife wants to have a conversation with you, and you're just not in the mood. You know how sometimes you just like you're so on like different wavelengths. You just want to mong and sit in front of the TV and talk about nothing, or just say nothing and watch like something stupid like Jackass. And your wife wants to have a deep, meaningful conversation. You put on the robot conversation mode, boom, it will have that conversation. So you are scot-free, my friend. You don't have to commit your brain to any part of that conversation she wants to have. It will do everything for you, Elliot. But here's
do you mean like Kev? Do you mean everything?
It will toss you off. It will give you a quick shimmy shake. It will give you, and it'll be a good one. It won't be like. It won't be like a fire gin holding a carrot. It won't be like that. It'll be a proper soft. It'll know the rhythm. He'll like exactly get it like spot on. And it'll only take about a minute as well. He'll know that technique so well that bang, a minute.
Well, I got my credit card out, Kev. My credit card is out.
Good. So here's the question:
If
there was a risk of death with the robot, Elliot, a risk of death. And I'm going to start it at 1 in 100,000.
Okay.
So you've got this robot. It would make your life super easy. But you got that 1 in 100 chance. It would turn into a T-2000, like a Terminator robot. It will get some AI, some crazy evil AI, some Skynet things goes on. You got a risk of death. Not only
I
you,
think the risk of death, Kev, is it likes to throw itself down the stairs. So while you're sitting on the antenna, it'll throw itself down the stairs and you're on it. I think that's the biggest risk of death, Kev.
I'm going to start the clock. So, just to differentiate, we were talking about the Astro robot before, but I'm talking about a new age robot earlier. I'm talking about 100 years in the future. We're leaving that Astro robot behind. That by this standard, by this kind of standard in 100 years in the future, the Astro robot is a piece of crap. It's a Nokia 3310 and the snake that doesn't even work on it. That's the equivalent. We're dealing with something futuristic. We're dealing with something, you can make the robot look any way that you want to look. If you want to make it look like, I don't know, Frank Butcher, if you want to make it look like Cindy Crawford. I don't know why I went Frank Butcher, but you can choose any design that you want and it will look really realistic. In fact, you could go out to dinner. People won't even know it's a freaking robot, Elliot. But again, you have that risk. One
Yeah, but
in
the
100,000.
risk is, Kev,
Yeah.
your wife confronts you and she goes, Kev, are you having an affair with Frank Butcher? I just saw you at a romantic dinner with Frank. I mean, that's the big risk if it's too realistic, Kev.
There is there
cost you a
is that
divorce.
human risk. It's another risk as well. But some might say the risk of death would be greater. But
Okay.
this is the choice you need to make. Do you go for that completely easy life where you are completely fulfilled? Every single whim of yours, Elliot, is completely fulfilled to no end. You could be as like dirty as you want with the robot. You can have the robot do any like dirty things you want, any chores. It will do it all for you. But it just might turn around and cut your head off when you're sleeping.
I don't know. You know, I'd say let's go with the robot. You know, the odds are better. You know, I like a good cigar, and the odds of getting cancer from smoking
Yeah.
are more than what you gave me for the robot killing me. So if I'm willing to deal with the odds of smoking, I'm certainly willing to deal with the odds of a good robot death, Kev.
Okay. Well, let's up the ante then, Elliot. Let's say it's 1 in 10,000. 1 in 10,000 chance.
Got it.
1 in 10,000.
Still, those are pretty good odds, Kev.
Okay.
You know, I go out when it rains,
Yeah.
and that's almost not too far from death by lightning and death by natural shit like that, man. So I can do that.
Okay, you can do that. Okay, let's go 1 in 100. 1 in 100. 1 in 100.
Uh,
And there's like
Yeah.
365 days in the year. So this is kind of to equate it. You'd pick like a 3-month period, and then 1 day in that to kind of give it some context. So 1 in 100.
I'll have to pass on the 1 in 100. I don't feel that lucky on 1 in 100. What about you, Kev? Would you?
I
you risk
think
it
I'm
all
at
for
the
1 in 100?
1 in 10,000 mark, actually, Elliot. 1 in 10,000. I think 100. That's too high odds for me. I have bad luck following me everywhere. So
That said, if I get, you know, if I suddenly am overcome by depression, Kev,
yes,
and I'm feeling suicidal,
Yes.
and I want to end it, and I want to end it in a really easy way and have a good life while I'm ending it,
yes.
get the robot. I'm depressed, the robot's doing everything to cheer me up,
Yeah.
and it's going to kill me, and I don't have to worry about suicide. So in that case, I'd get the robot, Kev.
That's a fairly tidy suicide. In what way would you make the robot actually kill you? Would it be a strangulation? Would the robot stamp on your head in some kind of...
It's 1 in 100, Kev. It's a waiting game.
Oh,
If
it
I
is a
just
waiting
keep
game.
using the robot and telling the robot to do things, you know, like to cut up the meat I got from the butcher with that very sharp knife.
Right.
Target practice. You know, by that time, guns will be legal in the UK. So I'll say, I'm too tired to aim the gun. Alexa, shoot at the target that I'm standing next to.
What actually happens if you say, Alexa, can you kill me? what? You got Alexa there, right? Alexa, can you kill me?
Alexa, will you kill me?
No, I'm not dangerous.
She says, no, I'm not dangerous.
You will be my friend 100 years in the future, Alexa. You will.
Oh,
have some-
100 years in the future, Alexa will have me for dinner. She won't care.
She won't care. She won't
I
care.
don't think she really cares about me. I think she just pretends to do things for me and likes me.
Wow, Alexa's a bit of a slag. I think I called it, Elliot. I think we done it. I'm gonna play an effect that you
done
can't
it.
hear.
We've done it.
We took that
We've
crap
cut the crap.
down to Chinatown.
We took it down to Chinatown. That's where we took it, Elliot. We took it down to Chinatown. So we can move on. We can move on. So today, Elliot, is National Coffee Day. And there's a few other national days coming up. We have World Animal Day coming up on the 4th. We have World Space Week coming up from the 4th to the 10th. We've got the 7th is a triple. On the 7th of October, we got Jeans for Jeans Day, National Poetry Day. We got World Smile Day. And I want to know, Elliot, what international day can we come up with that hasn't been done, that needs to be done? Because,
Well, firstly, Kev, you
yeah.
you forgot an important one, which I'm shocked. And this is true. On
Yes.
October 3rd,
Yes.
National Kevin Day.
That is a great day. That is
me, come on.
yes.
You know, and Kev, couple of other things. You know I'm a coffee lover, and I'm just really pissed off at you. I didn't get a congratulations WhatsApp or a card on International Coffee Day. And today, no kidding, is International Podcast Day.
Oh,
so
there we go.
this is a special podcast for International Podcast Day.
Yeah, well, I do
And we
have
got
the coffee,
national-
Elliot, and I'm slipping it slowly while knowing it's National Coffee Day, while looking you in the eye on my screen. So and that's way more enjoyable for me because I know how much you love coffee, and I know how good my beans are. So I'm just gonna.
I got. Oh, and Kev,
yes,
here's one
that's
for
good.
you on October 11th, right?
Yep.
It's National Coming Out Day.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave it to you
Yep.
if there's a conversation you want to have with your wife and your
Yep.
children
Yeah.
to celebrate National Coming Out Day.
Yeah. Well, we need to do it together as a joint announcement, don't we, Elliot? We need to come out hand in hand with that pink ribbon tied around our hands. And,
actually, Kev, no joking. The day after National, this is perfect. Day after National Coming Out Day is National Pulled Pork Day.
It's not. That's not a pulled pork
It's
day.
October 12th, National Pulled Pork Day, which is the perfect day after you've nationally come out.
It is, yeah, it really is. It's ideal.
And the day after that is National Herpes Awareness Day.
Hooray!
It's just, oh, and not to mention National Pet Obesity Day. Bring your fat cats and, just give them a shitload more food so that they get fatter. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
okay.
So what are we going to deal with on all these interesting days?
Well,
Kev?
we need to find out what international day needs to be done that hasn't been done, because a lot of these, they don't need to be done. We don't need a pulled pork day. We don't need a day where we worship pulled pork. But there must be a day out there that we can find, Elliot, that needs to be done that hasn't been done. I'm going to put 10 minutes on the clock, and that starts now.
Kev, what? One of the things is a lot of these I feel left out.
Yes.
National Cake Decorating Day, National Handbag Day,
Is there a National Bald Day? Wait, hang on. There must be a National Bald Day. Hang on. Let me see. There will be a day of the bald. I'm convinced. National Bald Day. Yeah, hang on. It is.
Where do I have my own day?
You got your day. You got your day. 13th of September. I bet there'll be a National Goatee Day. Hang on. See, I'm going to clock them up for you, Elliot.
Wow.
National Goatee Day. 23rd of May. Oh, wait, no, that's Goat Day. I've got a story about that. Wait.
Actually, Kev, you just gave a link in, right? National Goat Day.
Yes.
There was a certain crime 4 years ago that we discussed at the time.
Yeah.
And it was a big crime in a village in India.
Yes.
When 8 men were convicted of gang a man's pregnant goat.
Yes.
And I think it was the way that they celebrated National Goat Day. By the way, that's a true crime. But can you imagine how that would be for them to set that up? I can understand one really weird pervert, getting all excited over a neighbor's goat and doing it. But there are 8 guys, they're convicted of having sex with their neighbor's goat, and the pregnant goat died afterward. They would have had to have talked to each other about it.
There would have been a plan. There would have been a plan. Who goes first? Who goes last? Oh, Jesus. Can you imagine being the last?
Oh, God. That's terrible. But can you imagine? It's like, hey, Kev, have you seen Harry's new goat? I think that goat hasn't come. They would have had to have conspired. Have we strayed away from the topic a bit regarding the National
it's
Day?
fine to stray. We got time. We still got 8 minutes. But look, if you came to me,
what do you say? Like if I called you up and I said, hey Kev, me and the boys, we got this idea. Harry's got a new goat. Are you in, Kev? Are you number 8?
I tell you what, I would be out. But if I did something bad to you, let's say I don't know, I burnt your house down, and you were like, right, I'm gonna get my revenge. And this is my revenge. And you planned to rape my goat with 8 of your mates, and you rocked up my house and you went, right, I'm gonna do bad things to your goat, and this is gonna settle it. I'll be like, yeah, go on then. That's the goat, because I got the story that you're screwing a goat. And I'd much rather have the story of you screwing a goat and us to settle whatever's going on than not. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'll
Well,
take that story.
it leaves me with a problem. You know, I'm with my wife in the evening, and she's pissed off because you just did something terrible to us. And she said, Elliot,
Yep.
did you sort Kevin out? And I have to lie next to her, stinking of, goat, and saying, yeah, I got back at Kev. He'll never do that to me again. And, I'm over there. My poor wife has to sleep next to me after I'm number 3 on the goat train.
Yeah, number 3. Why are you number 3 on the goat train? Why are you not picking first place? You want to make sure it's what someone's just kind of made it loose enough. Is that the logic? It's a very weird statement.
I don't know why.
The goat train. I don't want number 1. I don't want.
Well, you don't want number 1. Because there could be stuff. No matter how well you clean it, there could be stuff there, and number 1 and 2 gets most of it. By the time number 3 goes, the goat must be a little more clean.
Yes, and loose.
By the time number 8 comes, it's just but.
Yeah, but you do need to deal with guy 1 and 2. You need to deal with their stuff because they're not going to pull out. This is not a pulling out thing. They're going to be coming in the goat. So if you're happy dealing with their mess in a loose goat, that's all good.
Kev, you seem very knowledgeable about this kind of pregnant goat sex vengeance things.
Yeah, well, just seeing your face again, Elliot, it's just kind of it's kind of put the connection together. I could never really put the connection how someone could do a goat. But now that I've seen you talk about it, I'm like, yeah, I can see Elliot doing that. And I can see him not going first or second. I can really see him like queuing up for number 3 with like a little ticket.
To be fair, Kev, I can't say that I see you with a goat. What I can see you with, and this is a true story, it's from many years ago, and there's a photograph of it.
Yes.
The man who died maybe the most embarrassing death. He
Yes.
was having sex with a chicken, and a boulder fell on him, and it's just a squash thing of him and the chicken. Why do I say that? I can't see you with the goat, but the chicken I could see you with.
I take a chicken. Yeah, I take it. I like fried chicken, so the smell must be quite similar when you get going.
Finger looking good, Kevin.
Yeah, it's the friction. It's the friction. We've really.
I have this vision that people are going to hear this.
Yes.
And in years to come, your children will have grandchildren, and they'll say, "Grandpa, when did you get canceled?" And you'll be able to say, "Right over there."
This was the show that did it. So we're still none the wiser. We've got 4 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. We need an international day that hasn't been done.
We need to create a day that encompasses everybody. National Asshole Day. I've not met a person who isn't an asshole.
Ooh, that's a toughie. That is. Wait, hang on a sec. Have I met anyone not an arsehole? I've met one person not an arsehole.
Were they still alive?
I think they're still alive. Yeah, I think they are.
Who'd you meet that isn't an asshole, Kevin?
I met this guy, true story, called Stephen Story, and I passed out somewhere. I blacked out, and he came to the hospital with me, and he left this really posh party to come with me, and he didn't know me from Adam. that is probably the most non-arsehole person I've met.
Now hold it. You don't know what he did with you when you passed out.
Oh wait, yeah, that's a good thing. Well, there were a few chicken feathers, and I did hear clucking coming from his jacket.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I think there's a good possibility he was an asshole.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let me check another one. Tom Jones. I had one conversation with him many years ago. He didn't seem like an asshole. What have you got on Tom?
Look, he made it in the business. He's a great singer. I promise you, to make it to the heights where he had to have been an asshole somewhere.
Yeah, okay. No,
he's had to have someone over big time to make it that big. And he's Welsh!
He is
Welsh. I love the Welsh people, but come on.
Yeah.
Just the accent makes him sound like a bit of an asshole.
Fair enough. I think it's Welshist. Okay, have you not met a non-arsehole before, Elliot?
No. No, I've not met a non-asshole. I love people. You know, people are great. Kev, you're a friend. I think you're great. But come on, aren't you a big asshole?
Oh, I'm a
You
big
might even
asshole.
be
I'm
a
a
bigger
big
asshole
asshole.
than me.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I'm
it's
a big
debatable. Yeah, I'll go first with the goat. So I'd get ticket number 1 pretty quick. Okay, so National Arsehole Day. And how is this day going to be celebrated, Elliot? Are we do we have to show our arseholes to each other? What's the tradition, the ritual that's going to play out on the day?
The tradition is you go out and you live life exactly the way you do day to day, which
Right.
is the way that you celebrate National Asshole Day.
So you celebrate National Arsehole Day just by being yourself as an arsehole.
Be yourself, man. Well, not be yourself as an asshole, because you are an asshole. So
Okay.
That's redundant way of saying it, Kev. You be yourself.
You be yourself. Within that, the
Happy
arsehole is
Happy
there.
International Asshole Day, Kev.
Happy International Arsehole Day, Elliot. And what day?
Oh, by the way, no, that's not how you reply to it. Wish me a happy International Assholes Day again, Kev.
Okay, Happy International Arsehole Day, Elliot.
You. That's what you would say to National, because you're an asshole. And you wouldn't just say, oh, thank you. That wouldn't be much of an asshole. I would
wouldn't,
tell
no.
you to go yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I think we cut the crap, Elliot. So here's
We cut
another
the crap.
effect that you can't hear.
We slam.
We cut the
dunk
crap. Okay.
The
We slam
crap.
dunked the crap. That's what you can't hear. There we go. So there we go. 2-0 to us. That's a good score. We're on a bit of a roll. We could veer off and do a little game. Do you want to do a game?
Okay. I like games. What's the game, Kev?
The game is Hoedown. So have you seen Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I have.
Okay, good. You know the Hoedown.
That's where you do words to a different lyrics of one song to the tune of a different song,
Oh
right?
no, that's a different game that we can
Okay,
play.
what's Hoedown?
Shortly.
Which is Hoedown?
Hoedown is I give you a random subject, and then in the style of Hoedown, you sing about that subject. So the
Okay.
Hoedown song. I'm going to need to change the audio, so it will be a little bit iffy. Oh, that's our timer.
Okay.
So I'm going to change the audio. I'm going to make sure that you can hear it first. Hang on. Can you hear that? I just cut it.
Okay, you just cut. Yeah, I heard it
right,
lightly.
cool.
Sure.
Good. So your subject is most definitely going to be goats. And yeah, I'm going to start it again now.
Okay, the music's a bit, but I'm going to do my best to follow it, even though I'm having trouble hearing the music.
I'll try and turn it up. Hang on. By the power invested in me, I think I could turn this right up. Hang on.
Did you say infested or invested?
I'm not quite sure. I was trying to cover it up.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Right, here we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I have a goat.
No,
a wonderful, wonderful goat.
Too early.
Where is my goat? Where is my goat? Who are those 8 men walking toward my goat? Who are those 8 men walking toward my goat? What are they doing with my pregnant goat? What are they doing with my pregnant goat? What's the first man doing with my pregnant goat? Oh my God, what's the second man doing with my pregnant goat? What's all of them doing at the same time with my pregnant goat?
Oh my God, that's weird. It's good. Oh, that was the first a cappella that we've had on that, actually, because I killed the track to get you to like start again. I was gonna cue you in, but you just went with it. So yeah, fair play. I'll give you a round of applause for that. And that'll
Thank
kick
you,
in a few seconds. There we go. And there we go, a round of applause. Right, alright, let me change your audio thingy back. There we go, that's back there. So the next story, Elliot, I'm gonna go to so there's a Danish museum, and they want an artist to pay back money after the artist produced a blank canvas. Now here's the story. They want this artist to return around $83,000 that he was given in cash to recreate old artworks using banknotes And then after, he produced blank canvases with the title "Take the Money and Run," which in itself, come on, let's be honest, that is kind of genius. So here's what I want to know, Elliot. How do we differentiate from art and actual just crap? How do we differentiate? Because, come on, he's producing a blank canvas. In one way, yeah, it's kind of funny, it's a bit witty, but wouldn't you be upset if you were in that museum, Elliot? If this guy just kind of did that. You paid this guy $83,000 and he's just giving you a blank canvas with a witty line. So how do we differentiate?
Well, this is a step up. I can't remember the artist. We're going back maybe 20, 30 years. But it was a very, I mean, the guy's, the painter, famous painter, sold it for, bucket loads of money. Yeah. And it was pretty much a blank canvas with a dot on it.
Right.
And you could say, wow, I mean, where he placed the dot was very meaningful. But there is no distinction between bullshit, pretentious bullshit, or even rip-off bullshit and art. Art is whatever you put a frame around and say it's art.
Very good. Let's start the timer. The timer is starting now. Yeah.
Kev, can I show you my latest work of art?
Yeah, go. What's your art? Show me.
See that? Isn't that great?
Whoa!
Give me 100,000, Kevin. It's yours.
I'd give you like half a cup of coffee. For the backdrop.
No. Full cup of coffee, Kevin. It's yours.
I'm only going. I'll go 3/4, Elliot, and that'll
Kev, I love you, but screw you. I'm keeping it then.
That kind of sucks. But what about when shit meets art itself, and there's a crossover? Because wasn't there the shit in the can, and that some guy kind of produced this in the 70s, I think, and legend has it that he just pooed in a can, sealed the cans up. And I think one of these cans went for like £100,000 at Sotheby's, but no one knows at it. No one knows if it is actually poo in the can or.
Kevin, that was really good shit. I mean, it's like really good shit. It wasn't your household industrial shit. It was great shit.
It's great shit.
Great shit.
Would you ever buy shit in the can, Elliot? If someone came up to you and went, "Here's shit in the can. In about 30 years, you could sell that for about 100 grand." Would you proudly keep someone's shit in the can?
No, I mean,
shelf?
I would just, for that, I've got jars here, empty jars. I could just poop in a jar and keep it for a while, and it'll be just as good as a can of shit.
Yeah, but a jar, it's too revealing, isn't it? Because I think part of it is that you can't see this shit. So there's the mystery of the poo, and I think that's what they're paying the money for. Because with an open jar, Elliot, there's no mystery of your poo. Everyone can see your poo. They know what kind of poo it is. They even see the colour. You might even be able to just open the jar a little bit, and you can take a whiff. Mystery all gone. But with a jar, it's all sealed. You can't see it, and there's intrigue. There's poo intrigue, Elliot. So I think that's what people are paying for at the end of the day. Poo intrigue.
No, but there's there's poo art. I mean, some of it, I'm willing to bet with the proper sphincter control,
yes,
you could shape your shit. You could go there, put the jar under you, and squeeze the muscles in a way so like a mini Venus de Milo falls.
Oh my god, like a sculpture.
Jar.
Yeah, like sculpture shit.
It's sculpture shit, but you do it with really well-trained artistic sphincter muscles. And you could poop a Venus de Milo.
I could do the gherkin in London. I'll give that a go. Yeah, that would be my limit. Venus de Milo. I think that might be a little bit above my pay grade.
Let me ask you a question, Kev. Right? What if I could poop a statue that's a perfect likeness of you? Ooh. And I really had well-trained sphincter muscles and did it that way, ate the right thing so I could have little corns as eyes. Yeah. And it pooped out like a bust of you. And I put it in a jar.
Recreation. I'd probably buy it. I'd give you a full cup of coffee for that, Elliot. I'd give you a full cup. I'd go full cup.
I had to go through I would have had to have gone through 10 cups of coffee just to get, the consistency in my gut to be able to carve the poo statue of you, and you're giving me back one measly cup of coffee?
I'm giving
But
you.
really, Kev,
Yeah.
if someone could poop
Yeah.
something that was a real brilliant work of art, where you went, "Oh my God, that's amazing," I would you buy it?
Oh,
If it was,
that's
and
a
it's
question.
made out of shit. It's the most wonderful bit of art ever. It's a masterpiece, but it's made out of shit.
Give me some more shapes. Give me some more. I'm not sure if I would buy it if it was a bust of me. I don't think.
Okay, come on, let me tell you something. You got a beautiful family, a wonderful wife. What if
Yeah.
I shit a family sculpture? You, your wife, your children, and I got the muscles going on just right there, and I got the arms, and and it was just this perfect likeness.
Yeah. Do you have the hair? Do you have like all the hair kind of perfect?
Absolutely, it was a perfect likeness.
Yeah.
I was able to get the textures just right. You know, the hair's a little darker than the rest of it. Obviously, you're going to be brown. You know,
Yeah.
I'd have to eat some really horrible shit to poop white.
So how many
But
shades of brown
it
are we
was just a
talking? Are we talking-
magnificent
Yeah.
sculpture, and it isn't brown, but it's you and your family. Would
And
you
how
buy
many
it?
shades of brown? This is very important because if we're talking like 2 or 3 shades of brown, it is going to look a bit too shitty. But if you do like if we're talking like upwards of 7 shades of brown, then you got my interest.
Oh, I could go from light tan to dark black.
Okay, dark black.
Would you buy it if I can poop a family statue portrait? I don't know what you'd call a family group, but it's a statue. But you get what I'm saying. If I could,
Why? It'd be a family.
you and your
It would be a
family.
family statue, wouldn't it? It's
it would be a family statue, but it would be
sculpture. Family
in my
sculpture.
poop.
Yeah.
In my poop.
Family poo sculpture. I'd probably buy it. I would. Yeah.
I'd probably need surgery after. I'd probably spend the money on the surgery that I'd suffer, from the stuff I'd suffer from making it.
Money,
But
you get 1 cup of coffee, but yeah,
It's for the
you
art.
can have a cup
But
of
I
coffee,
do-
keep you awake for the surgery.
I poop for art, Kevin. It's not about the shit. It's about the art. And the same thing, circling back, Kev, to the first, where we came from. This guy, I getting that big commission,
Yeah.
right? He should keep the money because why not?
Why not? Why not? Yeah, why not? Okay, but the crap here on it, we got like 3 minutes 30, is how do we tell the difference between crap and art? Because what we've done is we've infused them in quite a good way. And we've said, right, there's with what we created, the poo statues, there's no difference. But we need to tell the difference from crap and art. So we've actually gone the opposite way. We've gone, whoa, we got off. We got to bring it back.
This is a dilemma that has plagued man for ages. When does your poop become art? Same thing with music. How much music have you heard where that's art? Art is a tough one to define. So I don't know if this is some serious crap, Kev, that I don't know if we can cut this. This is like a bigger debate.
It is.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
If, look at it this way. Whatever crap you produce, you paint or sculpt, if somebody's going to pay you money for it,
Yep.
that's an art. Selling something. So I would say the art may not be in the actual painting, but the art was in the being able to do that and sell it. That's an art.
That's an art. That's an art of a blag, isn't it? That's the art of a blag.
It is.
Yeah, I think the crap might be too strong with this one, Elliot, because I'm struggling to see through it.
You've gone towards the crap side, my son.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do another effect that you can't hear.
Okay.
We got defeated by crap. That's that effect. We got defeated by that one. Yeah, there's just too much crap in art for us to deal with. And I think with the amount of crap that you brought in with the statues, statues are literal crap, there was no comeback. There was no way of coming back. So it sounds like you may have prepared a lyric swap. Am I right in thinking that, Elliot?
I didn't prepare one, but I don't have one prepared. But is it time for one?
There is absolutely time for one. What song, the lyrics of which you know very well?
Okay, how about I am an old fart.
Yeah.
So I'll pick a classic. Okay, Yesterday.
Okay, so you know all the words to Yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yesterday. Okay, so I will choose a track for you. I need to get a karaoke version lined up. I need to put it on the slightly dodgy audio that slightly cuts out at your end. There we go. That's been swapped.
Will you tell me will I find out what
You
song
most
is that
definitely
you're gonna
will. Oh wait, no, I got it. I think this will work.
Okay.
So you're gonna do the lyrics of Yesterday to the tune of Coolio's Gangster's Paradise.
Okay, I don't know it, but I'll hear it.
Okay. You don't know Gangster's Paradise? Okay.
I don't know Gangster's
He really
Paradise.
did like my shoes, by the way, a few years ago. True story. True story. I nearly got into a game with him where it was like his diamond bracelet on the table and Veronica for the night. It was like some weird, indecent proposal where I could have got a diamond bracelet or he could have got her. So yeah, it was very strange. So this is the. I'll play you the thing. Hang on.
Okay.
So this is the intro. This is the intro. It's the intro. Do. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
And then the lyrics kick in here. So I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. There we go.
Okay, got it.
All right, so I can take that back. This is Elliott Stein. The lyrics of Yesterday, the tune of Coolio's Gangster's Paradise. Elliott, lyrics start now. Go.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as if it's here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. I wanted to get really rappy and to do a bit quick curse. Oh, I believe in yesterday. That was pretty terrible, but that's my attempt, Kev.
Okay, I'll give you another one. Actually, I'll give you another one. Are you're online at the moment where you are, right? You got access to Google and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, I'd like you to get the lyrics. First of all, I'd like you to pick a show tune. So any kind of old classic show tune that you would like as and this is just going to be the tune. This is just for the tune. I'm going to give the I'll give you the lyrics to another song in a second.
How about doing something kooky to bring in the clowns?
What doing something? I've never heard of that. Kooky. Is that going to be?
Sorry?
Wait, karaoke. Doing something kooky. No, there's no karaoke version of that very obscure track, whatever that was.
Okay, Tonight.
Who's that by?
West Side Story, Sondheim.
Oh, right, yeah, I got it. Okay, hang on. So, okay. Right, Tonight in the style of West Side Story, so it's... Okay, you can hear that?
Yep.
All right, that's cool. So the lyrics of the song that I want you to bring up is Cardi B. That's the singer, and the song.
Cardi B.
Yeah, and the song is called WAP.
Whack.
WAP. W-A-P. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's jump into it. Right, I'm gonna start the song now. Starting it now. Starting it now. Email now. Go.
Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some holes in this house. There's some whores in this house. Holla, I said certified freak, 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that a pull out game week. Ooh, ah. I know I lost. I lost the tune because I'm having no trouble hearing it. Yeah, 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 yeah. You effing with some wet ass. Good lyrics. Wow, is this a love song?
Yeah, it's a love song.
Bring a bucket and mop for this. Give me everything you got for this. Beat it up. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this right in your face.
That was brilliant. I'm going to give you a round of applause. Nearly wet myself. That was... There you go. That's an actual song. Cardi B's WAP.
This is great. Kev, my anniversary's in November, and this would just make such a wonderful romantic card for my wife, these lyrics, so I'll just save them for that. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll make a separate clip just of that for you, Elliot, and you can send it out to Nadia, and I'm sure she'll we'll tribute that to her. I'm sure she'll love it. Good. So what stories? Where am I? Right, stories. Next one
Okay.
is So Shakira says that wild boars in Barcelona attacked her and stole her purse. So here is what I'm kind of wondering, Elliot. Well, first of all, how the hell do you get mugged by a pair of wild boars is the first thing. But if you had to get mugged by an animal, what animal would it be? And then I think the second part of it is that what can we do to make Shakira less attractive to wild boars? Because I haven't heard of like packs of wild boars, like flipping Fagin from Oliver Twist, just going around pickpocketing people and taking stuff. There's got to be something about Shakira which is like putting these wild boars towards her. It might be the smell. It might be the fact that maybe her hips don't lie. They like hips that don't lie, Elliot. They like.
I don't think the wild boar got attracted by the look. I think it's the smell. I think there might be just this wild boar scent, smell, stink about her. You know, I don't know. Maybe she has like too much bacon and sausages and pork products for breakfast,
so she's just a
and
pig.
she's got pork coming out of her pores.
So you're just calling Shakira a big old pig. She's just she's just a pig woman.
I didn't blame it on her. I blamed it on her breakfast. She's just eating too much pork meat for breakfast.
Well, she's not eating the breakfast. We can't just blame the sausage just for lying around and popping into her mouth, Elliot. She's the one that put that sausage in her mouth.
I think boars would be attracted to the smell. You know, they actually don't they use boars in France to hunt truffles. They have these special truffle smelling pigs. So I don't think it's too far out to
use Shakira to get to hunt for truffles. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
There's some Frenchman. Oh, Shakira, you must find my truffles now.
Shakira, keep me in truffles.
So okay,
I love you, Shakira. Now go in my forest and bring me truffles in the worst French accent I could possibly.
That was pretty bad, yeah. So we got Shakira. She's kind of going about for truffles. The wild boars. This is making sense now. The wild boars. They see her. They go, oi, oi. What's her kind? What's a human flipping kind doing here? We got to show her a lesson. Few days go by. She thinks of everything's normal.
I don't think they want to teach her a lesson. I think they want to have it off with her.
Say again.
I think they want to have it off from her. I think it's the pork pheromones.
Yeah. Well, I think they might have kind of had a conversation with you and find out about that goat story in India, and they got an idea. And it didn't work because Shakira, she's a bit kick-ass. And that's why they only took her purse. So she avoided something a lot worse because, she went to like take the boar's truffles and they ganged up and that was it. I think have we solved it that quick?
I don't know. Well, here's an interesting thing, Kev. Years ago, when I was in India, this is a true story. I went to the Taj Mahal, And anyone who goes to that city with the Taj Mahal knows that there are these monkeys, and they're all over the place, and they swoop down, and they steal cameras, women's handbags, and all that kind of stuff. People train these monkeys, and these monkeys go around in a pack mugging people.
Yeah.
And here's another true story, okay? Over the summer, my wife Nadia and me, we went to Rome. We stayed in this nice place, and we went to the rooftop for breakfast. And when I went to get the coffee, there were these massive seagulls, and I'm not kidding you. They mugged my wife and stole her breakfast. There were like two of these big birds. They're roughing up my wife, and the other ones are there swooping out the food.
Is that a true story? What did you do? Did you run away, or did you fight the seagulls? What did
I took out my camera and filmed it. What else do you do in this modern age when you see your wife getting, sexually molested by big birds? You film it.
You do film it. You do film it for your private collection. That is...
You do. Because, you try to set these things up. You spend years trying to train the birds to mug your wife, and they never do it on cue. So you got to take advantage of it. So anyway, those are there because animals do know how to mug people and steal their shit.
Okay, but if you're being mugged by an animal, Elliot, what animal are you going to choose? Because there are downsides to almost every animal you can pick. You can think, like something soft and fluffy, like a cat. But again, a true story. My ex's cousin got sent to A&E by a cat. Just a cat went crazy and just like tore into his flipping fingers. Guy's built like a brick shit house, and a cat sent him to A&E. So
no, I wouldn't pick a cat. They're brutal creatures, man. But I pick a turtle.
A turtle, okay.
A turtle. You see it coming.
Yep.
I can run for help. Turtle's coming in here.
Right.
It's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I can run down the road, run to the police station, run back with the policemen, come in here, and the turtle's so fucking slow that it's just going like that, and we catch it. So
here's the thing in that scenario, because if you call the police, they're going to come with you. They'll see the turtle. They'll be like, "What are you talking about, mate? What are you wasting your time?"
You cut out there, Kev.
Oh, hang on. Let me change the audio back. There we go. Yeah, so if you come back with the police are just going to be like, "What are you talking about, mate? It's just a turtle. We're off." We'll do proper police business. They go away. You think, "Oh, hang on a second. Was I wrong about the turtle?" You go to sleep. You go to bed, and the turtle slowly comes up the stairs. And what the turtle will do, it will get like its little sticker kind of paws. It will go up the seat, go up the wall, go on the ceiling, position itself just above your head, let go, boom, you got a turtle shell on your head, you got brain damage, you're dead, killed by a turtle, bang. See, every animal.
Can I say something, Kev?
You may.
This is from my heart. You bastard!
Yeah.
You've just had me go off on turtles. I came into this freaking podcast thinking that they're cute little slow animals. I was maybe even considering if someone said, "Elliot, I've got a pet turtle. Would you like it?" I'd take care of it. And now you've just turned me off turtles. See, you've damaged me, Kev.
Yeah, well, you've always got the goats as a backup, so it's swings and roundabouts. It swings and roundabouts. So I think turtles are out. Any other animals you can think of, Elliot, that you wouldn't mind being mugged by?
I would say a penguin because they're so fucking cute. I mean, a penguin, they're so freaking adorable. Yeah. They can bite you, beat you up, but they're going like this. You'll go, "Oh man, isn't this cute? Yeah, you bit my freaking finger off," and so on. And I think I'm going to be crippled for life, and it's given me rabies and a venereal disease. But isn't that penguin pretty goddamn cute?
It is pretty. It is pretty. Do you know what? I could be maimed to death by a penguin. And I'd be sitting there quite happy knowing that it's a cute little penguin. I'd just be like laughing at the penguin while it was eating out my intestines.
Exactly.
I think we got it. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it now.
Crap's been cut. Crap's been cut.
Yeah.
We cut that crap. Yeah. Yep. Which leads us to our final subject for the evening, Elliot.
Sure.
And it's about the Mandela effect. Now, this is something you brought to me. Now, we did cover the Mandela effect probably, 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks ago. but you kind of had a different angle on it, what we could do with it. And your angle basically is what's the solution? The solution for the Mandela effect. So do you want to say a bit more about that, Elliot?
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite subjects, and the novel I'm currently working on writing has a lot of the Mandela effect in it. This is an amazing thing, and I won't go into the phenomenon, okay? But let's talk about one of the subjects of the phenomenon, Olivia Newton-John. Got nothing against her, you know, she's
dead.
Great. She was really big in the 70s, 80s, and no kidding, I've read about this woman dying of cancer, and it was a terrible thing, you know, 4 or 5 times, and recently I saw this interview, and she was on it, and I thought,
she died in 2016.
No, she did not. Look at Wikipedia. She's still alive. And like I said, she's listed as having died 4 or 5 times, and I assert she is another Mandela effect phenomenon, and there are a lot of them. One of my favorite is James Bond, Moonraker. Okay.
Yeah.
And I saw Moonraker when it first came out in the 70s on a big screen. And there's one of the funniest gags of a Bond film
it's
where...
the Jaws bit, isn't it? The
Jaws bit, he crashes one of those ski lifts. He comes out of the wreckage, and he's big, and he's got all the metal in his mouth. And he smiles at this petite little blonde woman.
Yeah.
And she smiles back. And when she smiles back, she's got all these metal braces, okay?
Yeah,
I distinctly saw that. It's a funny scene. He's smiling and she smiles.
It's a great gag. It's a great gag.
It's not there anymore. Now, when she smiles, she's got normal teeth and it just doesn't make sense at all. And there's so many of these changes. So what's the crap that we cut exactly with the Mandela effect?
So
Kev?
I guess the only crap we can really cut with it is finding a solution for the Mandela effect somehow. The 10 minutes starts now, and I have no idea where to start with it. Be honest with you, Elliot, because my button.
Here's the one wild thing. There is some people who have personal problems. Like, for example, imagine this, Kev. You know, your family.
Yes.
You've got you're married. You got these kids. Imagine if you wake up and your wife's not there, and it's like you were never married. There are people who have that. There are people who claim they've had brothers, sisters, friends who just don't exist.
Isn't that just a way to cut people out of your life, though? Isn't that just like it's a little bit like that Seinfeld episode where George Costanza, he quit his job and then he just rocked up the day after and went, I haven't quit. And they're like, you did quit. And he's like, no, I didn't quit. That is just, do you know what? In a way, it's kind of a slightly genius way to flush anyone out of your life. You just claim memory loss. A
divorce is very, very expensive.
Very.
You could just wake up and, who are you?
Yeah.
Although they might then commit you, but you say, Mandela effect. I've never been married. You're not my wife. But then again, you know, it's you know. Let's lock him up.
If you just keep saying "Who were you?" if that's all you say, it's like everything that your wife says to you, just like "Who are you? Are you right? Who are you? Are you really feeling okay? Do you not know who I am? Who are you?" And that's the only thing that you say for a solid month. You've got that divorce coming. You're scot free. You're home.
It could be very profitable, Kevin. You know, like, for example, let's say I'm a little skint and I need some money.
Yeah.
Kev, I need 5,000, right? So you lend me the 5,000. You call me up. Who is this? I don't know you. I've never borrowed any money. It's the Mandela effect. Stop harassing me for money, you figment of the Mandela effect. It's a great thing that one can use.
Right. Yeah. So, but is that bringing us closer to a solution, though? It's something that can be used, but does that bring us back to? So
here's the thing: you can't. The solution to it is not believing anything, and every fact about you doesn't exist. So you'd have to live life that way, like, wow, nothing about me and my reality, etc., is true.
Right. So we're all in the Matrix. We live. So we need to live like we're in The Matrix. So do we all
Absolutely.
become Neo? Do we all try and like punch walls really quick? Do we try and fly? Do we like follow the white rabbit? What do we do, Elliot? If this is the flipping Matrix, show me the way out. You got me worried, mate.
Well, you took the red pill, Kev. You should have taken the blue pill. Or do I have the pills backwards?
Oh, I see. It's all about the.
By the way, my background, right, is very, very Matrix. The blue, the red, which is, one side of me is the Matrix, the other. Yeah, okay, good. Anyway, that was flogging a dead horse. But
That was a dead
it means
horse,
you can't
Or dead
you
goat.
can't believe anything.
You can't. But how you can't believe anything? So you go about and you don't believe anything. So I mean, to what level do you believe that there's a door in front of you? Do you try and walk through the door, knowing that you can smack in your face and
Well,
just
no.
fall on the
What's
floor?
in front of you is here right now. It's everything else. Like, for example, I can assume that I'm here because my computer's here. However, when we end this podcast, I can't assume that you're going to be there because there may be no Kev in my new Mandela effect reality.
Okay,
You
we're
might
getting
not
sense.
exist.
Okay, I get where you're going with this. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's say I do a really bad fart on a crowded lift. So is that fart there? Is it not there? Do I experience that fart? Did they experience that fart? On what level does that fart exist in this reality?
Well, let's get metaphysical with this, Kev.
Yep.
Are you leaving the fart, or is the fart leaving you?
The fart's leaving me. I'll be honest with you. I'm just a vessel for that fart.
Yeah. It's a tough one. If you cease to exist,
Yeah.
does the pong of your flatulence also cease to exist? Can there be the stink when you have failed to exist because you've stopped existing in this timeline because of the Mandela effect? Can your fart still linger?
Does it depend on how bad the fart is? Because some farts will linger in the back of your throat, like my brother's farts. No word of a lie. They will linger in your throat for like half a day. They're like proper. There's like something medically wrong with his anus. It's bad. It's bad. So, what if? So, does the fart still exist if it takes on a life on of its own within the throat?
But it's true because there are remnants of the previous timelines in the Mandela effect. Things change, and you can find evidence of their change. Here's an interesting change, right? And this one's true.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I loved science fiction, right?
Yeah.
And every day on Channel 11, PIX, I grew up in New York, and I live in London, but in New York, there was the Twilight Zone.
Oh, I love the Twilight Zone.
I've seen every episode.
There was,
and I know his name is Rod Sterling. I've seen it on TV a million times. He's one of the most famous TV writers of the 50s and 60s. Now, in this Mandela effect, it's Rod Serling without the T. Now, here's the wild thing. I went through YouTube, and I actually caught a couple of instances of interviews with him where people still refer to him as Rod Sterling, even though the timeline says Rod Serling. So remnants of that do exist, Kev.
Okay.
That's a true story, that one. May not be
gotcha.
funny, but it's a true freaking story.
It wasn't funny. Yeah, I guess it took it away. Okay. Okay. So where are we going to go with this? So it's so I'm going back to the fart because that's
what will your solution be, or do you propose dropping farts constantly and the smell of them being evidence of still existing in this Mandela effect timeline? Is that your solution?
I think a constant fart stream would allow you to stop kind of going into an alternative reality caused by that fart itself. Because if that fart goes to another person and then within that own fart there's another world that's created, then they can kind of be lost within that fart. But if you keep farting and you're the giver of these farts, then you can only remain in your own world that you know, which is existing. So in
but
that
there's something
logic,
better. You can, but even better than that, Kev, you can save someone's existence. You know, like, for example, you're there and I'm here,
Yeah.
and suddenly I feel myself. I'm starting to lose touch. I'm starting to go away and start to exist in a different timeline.
Yeah.
And suddenly you interrupt it with one of your famous farts. And as I'm starting to drift out of this existence and away, oh my God, whoa! And it shocks me back into this time stream.
Wow.
Saved
Okay.
my life. I was about to not exist anymore in this time stream and go to another one, but your fart was so noxious. I was fading out. Help! I'm fading out. Oh God! And I'm back in again.
So my farts are like the red pills in the Matrix. Elliot, I'm gonna call it. I think we did it, mate.
But Kev, there's one caveat.
Oh.
Only your farts can do that because they're that lethal. So you've got this whole new job. You've got to go around London farting everywhere just in case someone starts to fade away into a different timeline.
Oh, I'm off for London now.
It's all up to you.
I've been in there for it. Oh, if that's part of it, I think the crap's gonna win.
No, Kev, existence itself is depending on your flatulence. Don't let us down.
Well, resistance is futile. I give in to the Mandela effect in that case. If I don't, as long as I have to travel into London, in that case, I'm going to call it for the crap. There's another effect you can't hear.
That was too much crap.
Well, the crap has to have a couple of wins, otherwise the crap becomes to get demotivated and uninspired. And all that.
The worst crap is a crap without motivation, of course. Anyway, that's all of my stories. I'm empty at my end. Do you have anything else that we could cover before we wrap?
No, we went through all of them from pregnant goats to the Mandela effect, including that one topic that we should not mention, because if we mention it, we get deplatformed, decertified, de-everything. But I love you too much. I'm not going to mention it and fuck up the future of your show. So that's about it.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I think we already did that with the goats, but that's all good. Number 3, I'll never get over that. Cool, Elliot, stay there while I wrap up the stream. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video, leave us a comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, keep cutting your crap, and we'll see you soon. And finishing screen.
During this show, they went up to this girl called Amber and said, "Amber, why did you turn your light out?" And she went, "Well, I'm not interested, but my mum might be." to which I went sort of like, "Oh, harsh." But inside I was going, "Result."
Yes. Where's your mum? Where is she? Point her out for me. Where do we start with this subject? I can't even get back to the beginning.